Welcome to your daily focus for May the 24th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you, truly. So we have the 24 today, the 24 energy. The 24 energy definitely is a love energy. It's about home, it's about family, it's about our taking care of. Good fortunes come to us when we are doing it with another's support or with another or for another. 2 plus 4 is a 6, and that is our health, our well being, our mundane, our routines, our jobs. Um, and also a beautiful love energy, right? The 6. So your motives today have to be enveloped in love, whether it's a passion, a desire, a dream for a new business takeoff or a new relationship or a new change for yourself personally in your habits, your behaviors, maybe towards your well-being, your health, your routines. If you do the numerology of the day, 5 plus 6 plus 5, you end up with a 16. The 16 is about awakenings. It's that aha moment. It's that epiphany. It's knowing that you can succeed. It's knowing that you can go forward. Or it's opening up the invitation to step in that general direction. Because a lot of times we don't even know that we received the invitation, nor do we know that we accepted that invitation until we look backwards, until we go, oh, you know, it was when this happened in my life that this opportunity opened up to me and I stepped in this direction. And we've all experienced that in our life. Looking back at a certain point in our life, if this didn't happen and that didn't happen, I wouldn't be in the here and now. I'd be somewhere else. So, um, so we get that kind of awakening, although we may not even know or acknowledge that we have experienced that awakening today. But it puts us in right in front of the path we need to walk. It puts us in alignment with. Sometimes it's not an easy energy to go through because it might be something that we are holding on to that we cannot hold on to any longer. It is nothing that will, we don't need it going forward. We definitely don't need it going forward under the 16 energy, but we may feel at the time that we did. So go with the flow. Have a faith or a trust or a belief that you are definitely going in the right direction, even if it doesn't feel that way. Sun is in Gemini. Moon is in Scorpio. So that's emotional. That's primal power. That is seeking the truth. So we dig to know the truth. We dig to know the motives behind perhaps what we are doing or what other people are doing. It's black or white. There's no gray. It's either yes or no, up or down, left or right. And it's full of primal energy. So people today may be difficult. They may be difficult to read, or they're just being plain difficult. Or you might find yourself, when you look at yourself and what you're doing or what you're saying, you might find that you are the difficult person today. So that kind of energy can come, or we can have this restlessness, feeling we are hemmed in or confined in some way by others. That they're writing our story for us and we're allowing it, or we're working their agenda more than we're working our own agenda. So we can feel this energy. I feel the tightening, like a grip. We feel that like it's trying to pull us away from what we want to do, where we want to go. And so we could definitely be that difficult person today. We could be restless. We could be, wanting to state who we are, where we're going, what we're doing, what we're planning. We want to define ourselves, and we want to do it out loud so that there's no misconceptions out there. And so we need to back it up if we're feeling that way and understand that, yes, you could be right. In some way, you need to stand up. You need to start self-promoting yourself in some way, in some manner, whether it's in the home, the family structure, out in the job world, the community, your own inner feelings of who you are and what you represent going forward. So we want to understand that, yes, some things need to be said. Other things we need to just act and play out, and people will understand, or people will start to notice, or they'll at least notice a change in ourselves. You know, if you do something like a gratitude journal every day for a month, people will ask you, did you get your hair done? Something different about you. You lose some weight? New outfit? What's going on with you? Because there's this twinkle in your eye. There's this little smile appearing on your face. There's a lightness in your voice. And you don't believe me, start doing a gratitude journal. Do it for 30 days. Get back to me. I double dare ya. You want to create happiness in your life. That is a beautiful place to start. Let's see what the cards have to say. What's happening in the sky? Well, we do have the lunar eclipse coming up in a couple of days, don't we? Right now we are in new moon energy. That's why I'm so late. Because my son said, gee, Mom, you know, it has been forever and a day since we just went through a drive on the countryside. You know, not watching the names of the roads and turning a left here and a right there, and wherever we were. And then when we wanted to get back home, we'll punch in home, and Google can help us navigate our way back to home. And so we went for a drive, which was very spontaneous of us. It was very different from the norm. And new moon energy is all about experiencing new things. And this was a renewed thing, perhaps more so than a new thing, because we've done it before, but it's been since before 2020 that we did it. So it was absent for a very long time. We just drove through the countryside and talked and played songs and sang songs and talked some more, and then looked at the countryside with a quiet contemplation. So we got back awfully late before we asked Google how to get back home, and it was like, oh, it's going to take some doing. Okay, oh, look at this. We get the Three of Swords first. My goodness. Okay, well, you guys, if you've watched me for any length of time, you know this is the card where most tarot card players will say, oh, we have to reshuffle. Many don't like starting with this card because it talks about hurt and pain and death. Literal, figuratively. It talks about great pain. It talks about great sorrow. It talks about loss. It talks about hurt. It talks about wounds in our heart. But I always keep it, because if that's the message from them, then that's the message from them. I never, ever audit what they say. So, but and this is one of the reasons I love this deck, it's the way this card is portrayed. Okay, here we are laying at the bottom, underneath, and we are letting that healing light from the pain, from the suffering, come through and heal us. We are open to healing. We are welcoming it in. We're saying, please heal me. Help me to heal. Guide me in the right direction to heal. And so this could be very much, you know, we have the 24 energy today. We have the 6 energy today. Very much about love. But I didn't mention with the 16, 1 plus 6 is a 7, and that's standing in your own truth, right? That is bringing in beauty and harmony. So sometimes we have to compromise under this energy, but we never give ourselves away in the compromise. We don't compromise the things that go against the grain of who we are. And this is righting some of those hurts. And so, how do you go about it? Do you sit down and you confront the person that this hurts, or this has been bothering you, or this needs healing in your life? This needs forgiveness, maybe. Or do you go around the back and try and get a back door in and slowly work on that? And perhaps it's a mixture of both. So, a contemplation of how you can fix these wounds, these hurts, these healings. And when I say forgive, okay, I don't mean that you say, let's shake hands and be best friends again. That is not forgiveness. Forgiveness is letting go of the pain they've caused you so that you can no longer carry it, so that you can move forward without that pain, without that scar. And so if somebody has hurt you, maimed you, done something wrong that hurt you in some way, you forgive them for being a jerk, for not understanding what it's like to be in a human relationship or how to treat a person properly, that they didn't have the proper upbringing or the proper common sense, and you forgive them for their ignorance. You forgive them for not even recognizing what they had done as being wrong, for being that out of tune with life, with emotion, with another. And you let go of it. Send it back to them. Give it away. But don't carry it forward. This card is allowing us in some way to heal, but only if we think about how to heal properly for ourselves. And what is needed and what's it going to take. And it could be something from when you were 5 years old, something that happened that you just haven't been able to let go until now. This is a time to work on letting it go. And maybe it's talking to a therapist, talking to a professional, talking to a mentor, talking to a best friend, talking to God, your angels, your spirit guides, having a conversation seemingly with yourself. Whatever works. But this is definitely a day to look those things. I mean, we have the Scorpio moon, so it's looking it in the eye and looking at the truth. Sometimes something that happened to us when we were 5 and we really look at it, we don't just kind of glance at it or see it out of the corner of our eye, but we really look at the situation at that time and what made us evolve into the person we are today because of that situation. And realize that, yes, we always make the right decisions to keep ourselves safe. But it was a 5-year-old's decision to keep ourselves safe. And what is it today? Do we even need to keep ourselves safe from such a thing? Do we need to reformat the rules on how to keep ourselves safe in those situations? The 7 of Swords. We got swords, swords, and swords here. My goodness. So swords is about clarity. It's about letting in understanding. It's about truly understanding. It's about following your gut. It's about knowing that you are right about who you are and where you're going and the feelings that you feel when you're around other people. So once again, I go back to people may be hard to read or they're just being plain difficult. Okay, this card usually represents, don't be too trustworthy with everybody about your story or where you're going or who you are or what you've done or what you plan to do, because some people will use that against you rather than being your friend, being a supporter. And this card very much says, just watch your back, okay? Not everybody is team you. Some of them may have their own agendas and they'll use your words or misconstrue your words for their benefit. Now, also, this card is saying, okay, if you really want to go forward with a freedom, with a liberation, with a happiness, with a joy, if you want to incorporate that into your dream and your goals and your desires going forward, then you have to choose wisely what you are taking forward with you and what you need to let go of, what you need to walk past. Here we walk past two perfectly good swords. We could have just scooped them up and kept walking. We wouldn't even missed a step. But yet we stopped to pick down the one on the ground, the one that we truly need for our path forward. And we don't really need those two. They might be handy and easy to take with us, and why bother leaving them there if they're perfectly good. Maybe we could use them down the road. I don't know. Let's stick them in the junk drawer and hope one day we'll need it. So I'm hearing, if you have a junk drawer, you need to get rid of the junk drawer, okay? Because that is telling your mind that one day you may not have the money to buy that one little item. It's usually the stupidest little things we keep in there. A couple of spare nails, a hinge that you didn't have to use was pushed back in the package. Things like that. You're telling yourself, unintentionally, of course, but subconsciously, you're telling yourself that you may not have the money, so you best hang on to that little thumbtack, that paper clip, that whatever it is. If it's a junk drawer, throw the stuff out. Keep what you really need. You will be able to go out and buy a box of thumbtacks when you need them. Okay, so just there's a little. Somebody needed to hear that, and they weren't going to let me go forward until I said it. So I said it. So we really have to decide what we truly need in order to go forward on our path with the strength. And we don't want to encumber our steps by taking too much with us. We want to free the energy around us. We want to expand the energy around us so there is room for the new to come into our experience. Our last card is, look at this, the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Dream the dreams. Now, when aces show up, at least in my readings, I always read them, especially in the third position. It is a new path opening up to you that you have not even thought of yet. Or your heart's desire, your truest of dreams, that thing that's always been calling you, awakens into your reality. So we have the Ace of Cups here, and it's about embracing your passion, your dreams, your desires, the people you love, the people you want to love, everything. You want to just absorb it into your reality, knowing that you can step into those dreams, knowing that you can step into those goals, those successes down the road. The Ace of Cups comes out to say, dream. Expect the miracles to happen into your life. Expect the fresh start to just arrive unannounced. So it's very much talking about, keep your story to yourself for the most part. We don't really want to be sharing it, but this is a time to heal. This is a time to let go of some of the things that are holding us back from truly embracing our desires, our wants, our goals. What is holding you back? What is that block? Because you're going to see it today. You're going to be able to work on it today. So look it in the eye. Dig for the truth. It's never as bad as we thought. And try and become detached even from it. Like you are watching yourself in that situation, but you're not emotionally attached. You're just watching what happens. And detach yourself emotionally. And see what kind of aha moments and epiphanies come out of that kind of viewing of a past thought, an incident, a happening. Okay, let's get our mystical wisdom. Our mantra card. New beginnings. Begin your new life. The phoenix. The phoenix rising out of the ashes. So phoenixes are born out of the ashes. They grow up. They burst into flames. And they turn into ash again, a new phoenix. So the phoenix rising. So it's burning away all the things that are holding you down, holding you back. And with the numerology, especially the numerology, but also the cards, we have to let go of something that is emotionally crippling us from moving forward in the direction we want to go. So sit in quiet contemplation. Give yourself the present of time and energy so that you may sit in quiet and just breathe and see what comes to mind and thank it for showing up. And that will give you a really good indication of the things that are constantly going in your mind. Our minds are always thinking, our minds are always going. Our minds are always problem solving. So if you don't give your mind a problem or a goal to put its sights on, it will go and look for a problem somewhere else and create a problem so that you can solve it. But with new beginnings, tell your mind it's time to let go so that you can create a new. It's letting go of the emotion, something I hear emotionally crippling us in some way, and we all have it to one extent or another. Something that holds us back, something that just keeps us, in that procrastination mode, or that I'm almost ready, I just need this, or we make up those little excuses on why we just can't take that first step right now, but we're going to. Whatever it might be changing a behavior, a habit, stepping into a new job or career, a relationship, something to do with ourselves and our health, our well-being, our habits, our behaviors. New beginnings. We do have the eclipse season starting, so new beginnings. And we are still in new moon energy, so it's about moving forward. Then I opened it up. Look at this. We've got moving forward and new beginnings. So, yeah, there we are. New beginnings burst with assertive confidence and excitement, marking the start of a new direction full of adventure. So that's the 16 energy. This is the mark. This is the new adventure. Even though we're not feeling it yet, even though we don't see it, we don't even recognize that we are on that path. It's still around us. So you are in a good position to use your abilities and desires to reach your full potential. You're being guided to act now and use this creative energy with enthusiasm. Get this project successfully underway. You are being driven by a creative force. The mantra is, I am excited and ready for a new beginning. I am excited. I am ready for a new beginning. And we'll get our animals here, who have become quite the staple. Okay, we have, look at this, crystal clear with the hummingbirds. I heard a little thing the other day about hummingbirds because we will be talking about their incredible ability to hover within this message. But they can fly upside down as well. Who would have thunk? So I heard that the other day and I thought, I hope they come up soon so that I can remember to tell you guys that. And there it was. Okay, crystal clear. The aha moments, the epiphanies, the answers, the clarity, and so much of that is Scorpio moon. We can delve deep to find the truth. We can somebody's motives or our own motives, coming to terms with our own motives and what is making us go in that direction. Do we really want to go in that direction? What's making us go in that direction? Was it somebody else's opinion of where we should be, or is it our own? Goals, positivity, happiness, hover, and clarity. As you become more clear about who you really are, you are better able to decide what is best for you the first time around. Hummingbirds tell you that it is essential to have clear and concrete goals before taking action. Write down exactly what you want to achieve, your plans, your ultimate goals. You should be clear about your action steps in order to reach your goal. It's then you will see with clarity how to reach your goal and become motivated in doing so. A positive attitude is a prerequisite if you wish to live a fulfilled life. It's when you believe in yourself, you set a vision and put wings to your dreams, that life begins to feel It has purpose. Hummingbird is filled with magic and love and wants you to know that not everything is supposed to make sense. You'll feel much happier, loved, and motivated if you allow yourself to focus on the good in your life and all around you rather than looking at the bad. Hummingbirds can do what most birds can't. They hover. Take a lesson from their abilities and just hover over your issues before making any drastic decisions. Find like-minded and positive people to engage with. This is a good way to motivate yourself. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.